Queen Elizabeth II ascended the throne on the 6th day of February 1952 after the death of her father. Her Majesty was only 25 years old when she took up the throne, and she reigned for more than 70 years. Her reign is regarded as the longest reigning monarch in British history. The famous Queen Elizabeth II, one of the most powerful women in the world, was known for her struggle to modernise different aspects of the monarchy and her love for a certain breed of dog called corgis. She died at the ripe old age of 96 on the 8th day of September 2022. Upon her death, her son Prince Charles ascended the throne and became king at the age of 73. He was crowned as king on Saturday the 6th of May 2023 at Westminster Abbey. Because his mother was the longest reigning monarch in British history, he is the oldest monarch to ascend the throne in British history. Now, a year after he became king, what change has taken place in the British monarchy? Keep watching to find out how the monarchy has changed in the last year since Queen Elizabeth II passed away. The transition of power. Upon the death of Queen Elizabeth II on the 8th of September 2022, flags lowered to half-mast, mourning the late Queen. A transition of power took place immediately. Her eldest son Charles ascended the throne as King Charles and became the new king of the British people, while a 10-day mourning period was observed in the UK to mourn the late Queen. There was a royal succession. Queen Elizabeth II's death marked a great change in British history, as there was a shift in the line of succession since 1952 after she became queen upon the death of her father, King George VI. With Charles as king, his first son Prince William is now heir to the throne and also first in line of succession. Prince George, the oldest son of Prince William and Catherine Middleton, is now second in line of succession, while his younger siblings, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis, are third and fourth respectively. Despite the fact that the royal family removed Prince Harry's official title, he is still a duke and a prince by birthright. The younger brother of Prince William is therefore still fifth in line of succession, with his children, Archie and Lilibet, as 6th and 7th respectively. Changes in royal titles. Aside from the king, there are numerous changes of titles in the royal family. First, Prince Charles became King Charles III immediately after the Queen's death. Although it was speculated he would use the name George, as this was the name most kings use. King Charles didn't follow what was expected. He used his name and became King Charles III. Royal fans expected that Camilla would be called Princess Consort when her husband became king. This is because after Princess Diana's death, she was never addressed as the Princess of Wales. Camilla chose not to use the title out of respect of the memory of the late Princess Diana. However, she chose the title Duchess of Cornwall. During the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebration, Queen Elizabeth II announced that Camilla would be called Queen Consort when her husband Charles becomes king. Hence, Camilla is now addressed as Queen Consort. There is a difference between Queen Elizabeth's title as Queen Regnant and Queen Camilla's title as Queen Consort. The Queen Regnant is the reigning monarch, while the Queen Consort is the wife of the king. After the Queen's passing, Prince William automatically became the Duke of Cornwall, England. This title usually reserved for the oldest son of the monarch, which is Prince William. His wife Catherine Middleton is now the Duchess of Cornwall. Prince William is also the Duke of Rothesay, a title used in Rothesay, while Catherine Middleton is the Duchess of Rothesay. Prince William was bestowed the title Prince of Wales by his father King Charles a day after Queen Elizabeth's death. The Prince of Wales title is reserved for the one who is to ascend the throne, the heir. King Charles was Prince of Wales for 64 years when his mother, Queen Elizabeth, was Queen. Prince William's wife, Catherine Middleton, is now the Princess of Wales, a title previously held by Prince William's late mother, Princess Diana. Prince William's children also get new titles as King Charles III becomes king. Originally, Prince William's oldest son George's official title and virtue of birth was HRH, Prince George of Cambridge. Following the death of his great-grandmother, the Queen, he now has a new title, which is Prince George of Wales. His siblings, Charlotte and Louis, also have the last name Wales. Now that their grandfather is king, Prince Harry and Meghan's children, Archie and Lilibet, can now use their titles, Prince and Princess. There were speculations that Archie and Lilibet would not use their titles since their parents stepped down from royal titles. However, the Prince and Princess titles have been added to their names on the royal family's website. According to their parents, Harry and Meghan, the titles are their birthright. In a world without Queen Elizabeth II, the lyrics to the British national anthem have changed. On the Queen's death, the lyrics of the British national anthem changed from God Save the Queen to God Save the King. Although the original title of the British anthem was God Save the King, it changed when Queen Elizabeth became Queen in 1952, and it remained so for 70 years. Now that Charles is king, every other lyric of the national anthem will remain the same. Only the Queen was replaced with King, while she and her were replaced with he and him. If you want to be part of our family, quickly subscribe to our channel and turn on your notification bell so we can keep spilling the royal tea. Change in stamps. With Charles as king, the postage stamps have also been changed to feature King Charles III, while the stamps with the Queen's portrait will still be used. The new stamp has a side portrait of the King on the left in a purple square, while the rectangular scanning code appears on the right. However, unlike the images of the Queen on the stamp, King Charles does not wear a crown. Commonwealth citizens in countries such as Canada now swear allegiance to the King. At citizenship ceremonies, Commonwealth countries such as Canada now swear or affirm their allegiance to the King instead of the Queen. After the Queen's death was announced, there was a delay in Canadian citizenship that was to take place. Robert Rappeco, a journalist who attended, stated that all the participants who took part in the ceremony swore allegiance to the King. After taking the oath of citizenship, one gets his or her citizenship certificate and officially becomes a citizen. The language for British passports, as well as other Commonwealth countries, is changed. In the United Kingdom, Her Majesty's Passport Office are now referred to as His Majesty's Passport Office. The language in British passports was also changed to reflect the King instead of the Queen. All the parts of the passport that had Her Majesty will change to His Majesty for all those who seek to renew their passports. Most of the government imagery on public property has represented Queen Elizabeth, and now with her passing, all that is being changed. As it is done in all parts of the world, the image of the current leader is usually seen in public properties. Queen Elizabeth II's imagery has been in all public places in the UK as the Queen of England for more than 70 years. Because of her passing, all public properties now have the imagery of the new monarch, King Charles III, in their offices and buildings respectively. Queen Elizabeth II's face will no longer appear on British banknotes and currencies in other Commonwealth countries. There will be a change in all banknotes and currencies. Since 1960, Queen Elizabeth II's portrait has been seen on British money. Now that she is not here anymore, there was a change in that as well. King Charles's portrait will now appear on British money. King Charles's portrait is already on the new 50p coins that have been in circulation since December 2022. King Charles's portrait on the coin was designed by Martin Jennings. According to the Bank of England, King Charles's portrait won't be seen on banknotes till mid-2024. However, all banknotes that have the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II remain official, legal tender and can still be used till they phase off gradually. World leaders are now working with King Charles instead of Queen Elizabeth. The late Queen Elizabeth was a famous and powerful woman who was respected by almost all the leaders in the world. During her 70-plus-year reign, she had 15 prime ministers and met with 13 US sitting presidents. That's quite a number. She also met with other world leaders outside of the US and toured other countries as well. With her passing, King Charles III, who is now the new monarch, is expected to create new ties or reunite old ties with world leaders and exchange them during diplomatic gatherings and state visits. These were the different changes that have taken place in the last year, since the famous Queen Elizabeth II passed away. From the transitioning, change in royal titles, change in the lyrics to the British national anthem, to perhaps a change in the ties with other world leaders. While we can't help but remember Queen Elizabeth, who reigned for 70-plus years, the monarch now has a new king, who will reign in the Queen's stead for a period of which no one can tell. All he needs is time to prove himself in his new role. What do you think about King Charles's reign in the past year? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section below. Click here to watch more videos, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video.